I don't know if a lot of y'all people heard the story about Alicia Burney. Now, I don't know her like a lot of her friends do. I didn't grow up with her or anything like that. I'm not from the community she's from, but I've heard of her story, you know what I mean? And they said she had passed. Now, the reason I chose to talk about her because I can relate to similarities of what she's been through. You know what I mean? Number one, we both born on the 33rd, so we both Pisces, we both Tracy's. You feel me? Yeah, we some straight up sharp killer whales up in here. You feel me? Sea critters, you know. So I want to say condolences to her and her family, but the word is, yeah, she passed. She was out there in Mexico partying up. She was young. She was destined for greatness. Her career ain't even took off yet. And what I mean is, even though she had the millions of followers, she was still in her prime. She was only about, what, 24 years old? She had a long way to go. Imagine what she would be at 5 years from right now. And I felt like that's the reason why you have to be careful. When you have a life, you have to remember a lot of people around watching you live out your life. You know what I mean? Everybody don't wish the best for you. Sometimes it could just be people who end up meeting you and feel some type of way, and it could even be people in the crowd. And I'm not saying this is what happened to her. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I also know how it is when you live in your best life. You know what I mean? You got to be careful. But they said she was partying and she died in her sleep. And they were saying her best friend also said that they was at the party and she took some drug and the drug was laced. You know what I mean? And if you ever listen to my channel, I got 3 platforms. I got my Facebook, I got YouTube, I got 4. I got Instagram, and I got this TikTok. And I do a lot of talking where I talk about I've been like through humiliation rituals. I've been blood sacrifice, and I smoke dust. You know, they put the dust in my weed, which is better known as when they do the graveyard dirt. You know what I mean? And I walked on water. I had rats all over my body. That was one of the rituals I went through. And I went through that one 9 times. You feel me? So I always try to give my story the best because I know there's a lot of young generation who don't really know how it is in the streets. You might be an amazing person, but everybody doesn't have the heart, the spirit, and the soul and the graces of gold that you do. You can't be looking at everybody the way you are because everybody is not, just because they smile, they ain't nothing like you. What's that song with Kendrick? They not like us. And for the young generation, y'all got to understand when y'all go to parties, do not put your drink down and leave it. I don't care if it's with your best friend. I'm telling you, you don't know where people are today's state of mind in this new world order. So many people are doing something strange for a piece of change. Instead of changing for the better, so many people are doing something strange for a piece of change. So many people are doing something strange for a piece of change. You can't trust people. Don't just go and get some random drinks and drugs from people you don't know neither. I'm telling you, the way this world is today is so wicked. It's off balance. It's off balance. Look at how everything is going, yo. You have to be careful, and especially for people who's living their best life and you got a life. There's a lot of people out here blood sacrificing people and doing something strange. It's the devil is so busy. So you understand, you have to give it up to God and thank God every day. And everywhere you go, ask God to bless you. Ask God to walk with you. Ask God to guide you. You know what I'm trying to say? Ask him to protect you in the physical realm. Ask him to protect you in the spiritual realm. You need this with you because there's so much people around you that's blending in with the same uniform. And you thinking as beautiful and as pretty as you, and ain't nothing pretty and amazing and beautiful as you. They dark and wicked and ugly. And only how you'll know is when you take the mask off. It seemed like it was too late for her. You know what I mean? But by the time because they said she made it back to the hotel room and she died in her sleep. That's what they're saying. So who knows the whole story about that? But God bless her family, and my condolences, and I pray that y'all stay strong. You know, this is what she would need and want y'all to do. You know, she had a great community of followers behind her. A lot of people looked up to this girl. She was a beautiful blessing. It's sad that this is the way her life had to go, but this is why we need to learn from this experience and connect as one powerful stone, so we don't be here tomorrow. And what I mean is, so it don't happen to the next generation that's growing up, because this is not the first time something like this happened. Like I told you, I've been through it before, and this is as Drake's song God's Plan. This is the bad things they wished on me. They wished on North Saeed, and still I'm North Saeed for everybody who don't know. And this is events that I've been through in my life. The only thing is God resurrect me. I can't tell you from her experience what she went through because we don't know. She's not here to tell us. But from my experience, I seen the whole underworld. I seen the whole new world. I seen things that no man to survive, you know? And I'm born in Yonkers, you feel me? But I'm uptown made, point blank, period. Shout out to everybody in the Bronx, YO, New Rochelle, and Envy. And that envy, a lot of people envy. You know what I mean? That's why it's called Murderville. They used to call me Bang Bang. You know what I'm saying? West Side, North Side, that's me. Bang Bang, Lava Gang. You feel me? So, and then Mount Vernon, you gotta understand, I grew up Heavy D from the boys, that's my brother. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? Being around celebrities, I got a hand on hand of seeing what regular life is like and the other side is like too, and how everybody around you glorifies you and not just change for the better with you, but a lot of people will do something strange for a piece of change. So you got to understand, when you're in a position to do better, you got to understand you're really in that position where you're up here. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they feel some type of way about it, and a lot of people won't have what they have if you didn't do it for them. So you got to always understand that. Like your boy Andre from Victorious, they from Mount Vernon. His father was the I want to say his father was the principal at one of the alternative schools back then, a couple years ago back then. You feel me? Shout out to Andre. He's another person from Mount Vernon. I don't talk about him as much, but it's not that I forget about bro. And God bless you and respectfully, but it's hard to remember when you're going through so much as me. But you got him, you got Heavy D and the boys, you got Talent, you got JB Smooth, you got Ben Gordon. Everybody know at the time Ludacris spent time out there in Mount Vernon. Yes, Ludacris, yeah, Chris. They used to call him Chris, Lil Chris. He from out there. You have so many. Everybody know Emil from the Rockefeller record label. She was from out there. You have what's her name? What's his name? Denzel Washington. And it goes on and on. You have people like J Hood who used to rap with Rough Riders and D Block. You got your boy Snipe Life, and you got a couple others out there from Mount Vernon. You know what I mean? So like Mount Vernon it has its weight of gold. You feel me? So it's like being from out there, growing up uptown. We uptown. Uptown is real. You feel me? I had a full blast on what the street life was like and of it all. You feel me? So I'm telling you from my own experiences. I'm not just telling you because, drugs is bad. I don't think, to be honest, I don't think none of the young generation really need the drug. You could love yourself better than feeling you have to depend on a substance abuse to have a good time. And now that the world is crazy and they putting all this synthetics in it and putting all this extra stuff in it to get you high, to get you killed, then, if people gonna lace your stuff, it's not really worth it. You know what I mean? And that's just how I feel from experience, bro. Don't let that stuff scar your life and you look back and you see the biggest point, the disappointment in your life is you because you chose to go and party with people who do something strange for a piece of change and have no love for you. You got to remember, this girl is not also the first person to go on vacation and not make it back home. There's a lot of, and not guys, it happens to guys too, but there's a lot of women, successful women, who go somewhere with their friends and with their peoples, who be jealous of them, who be hateful of them, who be devious of them, who be envy of them, have ill intent. Next thing you know, they end up doing an ill intent and they don't make it back home. There's a lot, look it up. There's a lot of stories of females going to other countries with their friends and they don't make it back. And I also found that weird too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it they always go out of country and, the people, the good ones, they end up dying. Like if it's being like, it's like if it's something going on, like some type of conspiracy death going on, like in the world. I'm not saying for this girl, I don't know her story like that, you know what I mean? But you can see that the world is off balance right here, y'all. So like I said, you got to stay prayed up, stay fruitful, stay godly, stay angelic, reading your scriptures, give it up to God, because I'm telling you, man, this world ain't what it used to, you know what I mean? And they're not ready for chosen ones who's children of God like us. They fear us, they scared us, they hate our power. And I feel like people was wishing for it to happen for her because they was afraid of what she would do next. There's a lot of other girls who's been in this situation too, and God blessed them to not be where the devil need them to be at that time where they still here. Let's say it like that. Men too, you feel me? So it's like, I just dodged a bullet. And we have to learn from these experiences, bro. Otherwise, the young generation growing up after us, they're not going to change for the better. They're going to lose to somebody doing something strange for a piece of change. And the rest of them going to repeat the same mistakes or worse. So let's get it together, y'all. Come connect as one powerful stone. All right, up with it, man. Follow me for more. Stay tuned and let's get it.